Hey beautiful people, how's it going? And welcome to a new video. So today I'm going to show you how to craft the shield for the Reap Inquisitor Giga tank. So this is the +1 physical spell skill gems, max life and increased spell damage, as well as the maximum res and a res of your choice on the suffixes, and then an open suffix for a craft. So for the most part, for the prefixes, this is going to be recombinating, and you're going to want a base with recover life when you block. So I just bought this one, which is actually if I manage to make this one better than this, an upgrade for my build because it has increased cold damage on it, as well as max mana, which could also be quite useful. So yeah, what you're going to want to make sure that the eye level of the synthesize shield is going to be 84 at least, or it will turn into 84 when you recombinate. If it's not 84, the spell damage will downgrade into tier 2 if it hits and moves over. So just make sure you're aware of that. The eye level will affect it because you need I-84 for the spell damage. So you're going to want to ideally get a magic base with spell damage on. These are about 1 to 2x depending on who you buy them from. And first and foremost, we're just gonna use Essence of Greed on our synthesized until we only have one prefix. So you can just use it and then null. So if I hit the armor, okay, of course. So we just go ahead and waste 3 annulments. And then again, just do it again. And this one is an empty prefix, so I didn't even need to use the annulments. Then you want to take your shield, and I like to make an imprint. Of this before I do it, so I'm going to regal it, but if I regal on another prefix and it has the caster tag, then I'm kind of stuck. So I want to make sure that I just make this basically the only mod possible for me to get on this. So I'm going to make a magic real quick. Magic imprint real quick, I should say. It's quite late here, guys, sorry about that. So I'm a little bit tired, but there we go. We have this. We have the imprint. So the imprint is literally purely for the regal state. So if I regal now and it hits a suffix, it doesn't matter too much. So regal, and there you go, we got a suffix. So we don't need the imprint. That's fine. And now for our best odds on hitting the spell damage, and hopefully we do hit it because it's very, very expensive. We're going to craft on life. So crafting on life, alright. Okay guys, so the reason that we're going to be crafting life on this is to hedge our bets of getting the spell damage. So the way that it works, if I just come over here very quickly and jump over to this one. If there's 3 mods in the pool, you have a 50% chance to choose 2 mods. However, if 2 of those mods are the same mod, it can't be the same one. So you have a high chance of keeping both modifiers than you would usually. So for instance, let's say if I put number 1 here, and number 1 is spell damage, and this was the only thing I had recombinating over, it'd be a 66.67 chance to keep. But now if I have max life on this one, suddenly it's 55. But if item 2 has max life, now it's an 80% chance for us to keep the spell damage. So this is a 1 in 5 to keep spell damage. Pretty high odds, and you want the highest odds possible when doing this since the bases are so expensive. And then it's just simply a 50-50 on whether or not you keep the synthesized base. So let's go ahead and get to it with the first one, and hopefully we keep the essence and the spell damage. That'd be nice, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Main thing we want to keep is the base though, as these get quite expensive. So yeah, let's press it and see what we get. Okay, base is alive, and let's see what we get. It's gonna take a while. So we got the spell damage. So spell damage is on to the synthesized base, so that's good. And now we just have to get +1 on it. We don't necessarily have to get max life from merging the bases together. There is a way to get it afterwards, which I will show you if it comes down to that. Which it probably will now that we didn't keep the essence life on the first one. So, okay guys, so for the next step, you're going to want another shield base with +1 all physical spell skill gems, and ideally tier 1 life, if you can find it. If not, just go with the physical spell skill gems with 2 open prefix. And then you would craft on life instead, which would give you a higher chance to get life rolls. So the reason that you're doing this is you want 4 mods in the pool this time. Because we're trying to get 3 mods, it's very unlikely that we'll actually get 3 mods, and it's not very easy for us to actually get them. So for instance, our shield prefixes look like this at the moment. So 1 is, let's say, spell damage, 2 is life, and 3 is the +1. So if we went like this as it is right now, to get all 3 would be a 20% chance. But now, if we have double the life, it's now 4 mods in the pool. A much higher chance to actually pick the life. But now we have an overall 35% chance, which is going to be our best odds for getting all 3 modifiers. Ideally, we would want the tier 1 life, of course, but we don't necessarily need it. So hopefully, if we just get spell damage and the lithomancers and don't fill the prefix with anything random, then we have a 44.17% chance to get it. So not necessarily going to get it in this try, maybe. But hopefully we do. Last time I did this, I ended up hitting all three of the modifiers onto the energy shield base, and I had to do it 3 times before I actually hit. So yeah, as well as winning the 35% to keep all 3, we would also have to win the 50-50 to keep the recover life on block shield. So and the only thing to do now is throw it into the blender and pray to Chris Wilson, I suppose. So yeah, there we go. Spell damage on that, life on that, just double check your prefixes. Suffixes don't matter at all for now. So yeah, as you can see, we've got the +1, we've got the life, we've got the spell damage. Keep this shield and keep all 3, including the tier 1, please. Yeah, let's get it, Chris. Let's get it. It's gotta keep it's gotta go with the energy shield, I already know it. Oh, okay. Alright, okay. We got the right base, we got life. We lost. Unfortunately, we lost the spell damage, which is probably the worst outcome because that's the most expensive base to buy out of all of them. Yeah, same thing again. Now we're going to get a spell damage base, and then we're going to craft life on and just carry on going until we hit all 3. That's all we can really hope to do. So let's try again in a sec. Alright guys, we have prepared another base right over here. So let's grab this. We're going to go ahead and throw some max life onto it. So same scenario, just the 2 prefixes on both one, so 35% chance to keep all 3. So we should really get this within 3 tries, and hopefully we keep the synth base. We've kept it twice so far, so it will eventually go right the more we try this. Here we go again. Stays alive. What have we got? Okay, this is actually fine. This is actually fine. So this isn't the best scenario where, you know, we have tier 1 life on it already. However, we can work with this now. So I will show you how you go about getting life, but this is not easy to do now. But I will show you how you go about getting life on this. Okay guys, back to the menagerie now. This is how you get the tier 1 life onto the shield if you were unlucky enough to not get the essence merge over with it. Now, it's pretty much guaranteed to get tier 1 eventually, but it's going to take a while to do. Even though you often the prefix, I will show you why this isn't an issue right now. So if we go over to Craft of Exile over here, this is a strength base, which is the base we're using. This is another reason why strength base is a really, really good base to have over like int and stuff like that. So if you look at strength, there is no modifier on the prefix that has the caster tag, whereas the 2 that we use over here both have caster on. So no matter what we make on the prefix, we can annul via the crafting bench afterwards if it is anything but tier 1 life. So tier 1 life is a 1000 waiting out of 44,000, which is about a 2% chance to hit. So it's definitely going to take some time and effort. We are going to be using our old friend, the what is he called? Remember his name? Old friend, he says. It is the Pharik Wolf Alpha. Add a prefix, remove a random suffix. So this should be absolutely fine. Yeah, so we'll get a shot on the first one, and who knows, maybe we get lucky. So make sure it's add a prefix, remove a suffix. You do not want to be doing add a suffix, remove a prefix, or you are going to end up in a very bad spot. So add a prefix, remove a random suffix. First one. Let's just hit it in 1 and make this easy. Bada bing, bada boom. And we got reflect 1. So yeah, this is the reason why you do it. So you miss the modifier that you needed. No problem, right? No problem. Oh no, my prefixes are full. We go to oh, sorry. Cannot roll caster. Now, cannot roll caster, if you didn't know, means that the annulment cannot roll caster mods. So we can safely annul. Hopefully we don't hit the cannot roll. Okay, and there you go. So the prefix is now empty, and we can go back and do it again. Now, I will show you when I eventually get this, so we can start working on the suffixes. I'll do one more. I'll do one more right now while I'm recording, and then after that, I'll just skip to when I eventually get it. So add a prefix, remove a random suffix.
Prove to the first ones you are worthy, Exile. You are truly a survivor.
And we get 9 armor. And luckily we still have the cannot roll caster, so efficiency wise, absolutely fine. Yep. And there you go. So I'm gonna skip, guys. I'm basically, it's rinse and repeat that until you get tier 1 life. So yeah, I'll be back once I eventually have tier 1 life, and I'll show you just how you get these suffixes finished up. Okay guys, so the rest of these clips are from my VOD mostly, so I'm just voicing over as I did this live. Now, it took us about 18 tries to hit the tier 1 life on the shield, which isn't too bad, it's pretty good. So after this, there's 2 ways we can go about the suffixes. We can either go for a resistance plus 3% to a max res, and then we craft spell suppression, or we can just go for straight up max res, and then we Ashling Unveil for double damage, and then we craft suppression. So either of those are fine. In this case, I was happy to do either, as you'll see later on. So we're going to craft prefixes cannot be changed, go into harvest, and then we're just going to start spamming lightning modifiers. Okay guys, so in the first scenario, as you can see, we managed to hit the 3% maximum lightning rest from the Reforge just straight up, which was nice. And because of this, I eventually decided to go for the Ashling double damage. So the best odds to do this are to have the crafts can have up to 3 crafted modifiers, and then prefixes cannot be changed. This gives you a 66% chance to win the Ashling. So took it to Ashling, and naturally I lost. So back to the drawing board with Reforge Lightning. Okay guys, another scenario. If you are happy to not have double damage on your shield and need a resistance like I do, you might hit tier 2 res or tier 1 res like I have, and you might just think that's okay to use. If this is the case, then you can craft avoid elemental ailments on the shield via the bench. And the reason we do this is because it has the fire, cold, and lightning tag. Once we've done that, we can then go to the Forbidden Trove and we can augment lightning. Augment lightning guarantees us a maximum lightning resistance modifier, and it is an even weighting between 3 modifiers of 1, 2, or 3%. We want the 3%, of course, because that's required for the build. So it is literally a 33% chance to win the game. Okay guys, last thing, if I was to hit 1 or 2% maximum lightning res instead of 3% here, I would craft prefixes cannot be changed, and then reforge more likely, and hope that I hit 3% and the resistance. That can work out. If that doesn't work, then you revert back to doing lightning until you get the desired outcome that you want. But yeah, that's just about it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit the sub button, help your boy out a lot. I'm almost at 10,000 subs now, so that'd be great. Yeah, that's just about it. Big shout out to my King Patreon supporters before I go. Sen, Multi-K, Nifty, and Desire. Thank you as always, guys, for the support, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.